music drop, let's go.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of What's Popping on Luna Lifestyle TV, channel 105 on Topstar, and we are streaming live on our social media platforms. Make sure that you're always interactive on social media because we always have news and other content shared on our platforms. Just search for Luna Lifestyle TV on Instagram and Facebook and Luna Lifestyle TV ZM on our YouTube. Make sure that you get to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get to watch all the content, all the episode of What's Popping that you have missed, and all the episode of other shows and the shows that are yet to come to Luna Lifestyle TV. I'm your good buddy Semiwe, and on What's Popping, it's always entertainment, everything entertainment, the gossip, the trends, the conversations that we need to have with your favorite people. That is what we do best on What's Popping. And today, I'm seated next to a whole production company. I was saying this in the background because he is an actor, director, writer, a singer, and rapper also, and there's just a lot that he can do that makes him a whole production house in a human being. He is Casey the Dreamer, and he recently had his new album out, that is I Am Here, and it features quite a number of artists that you know, and the likes of Tilo, the likes of Steve Sosik, we have the likes of Stoella, Kaira, and Chef 187, among others, and the legend himself, Israel, on the album. Welcome to What's Popping.
Thank you. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. First, let's start with the name. Casey
Yes,
the
sir.
Dreamer. Have you always been like the dreamer since childhood? What inspired the name Casey the Dreamer?
Casey the Dreamer came from university. But first I used to go by, I called myself the nigger in high school.
Casey the nigger.
Yeah, no, not Casey the nigger, just the nigger.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, after I joined a group, it was one of the groups Tilo came from. There was Tilo under Crim Dollar, Dark Knight, and I had a group under Crim Dollar, and there I was the Chronic. But eventually I just went with my initials, Kairish Nalandini Katuta Chama.
Oh,
So I just said KC, but then I did some music mu university, and so a lot of people just started calling me the Dreamer. The Dreamer. So that kind of stuck with me. So eventually I just put it together and I said KC, the Dreamer. That's where that comes from. Yeah.
Interesting. Now there's a lot that you do. You're a writer, actor, director, singer, rapper. A lot to do with music. Which of all these roles stand out for you, comes first?
That's a good question. I don't think any of them stand out because all of them perform one thing. All of them is communicating. With whether I'm writing music, I'm directing, I'm acting, you are portraying or creating a certain perspective, or you want someone to understand the story. You know, so I don't think it has a hierarchy. Of course, I started as a rapper. That's what I fell in love with. I grew up on Israel. My father used to love music. He was a truck driver, so we would travel and he would play us a lot of Zambian music while we were in Botswana. So I had a mix of cultures. I had this Botswana culture. I was inspired by American culture, and then I had the Zambian culture that I didn't explore. So, which after moving back to Zambia, sort of like, I want to call it becoming, passing through my rite of passage, and falling in love with who I am as a Zambian and what I am, where I'm from, who I can become here in my soil. That's what this album is about. It's about becoming who I should be as a Zambian and representing what that means for me. Yeah.
Interesting. You've already given us a glimpse of the what the album is all about and the title. Obviously, I am here. And why do you think it's important for you to take that road in terms of this particular album and the work that you've put in?
Yeah, I am here. For me, like I said, it's a statement. For a long time, Kylie, there was sort of like a identity crisis.
Yeah.
Like I said, different cultures being inspired. Then why Sakuno, you start making music, people are like, wow, you are talented. But one of the biggest things that was a compliment, but then it started becoming a bother, was you don't sound Zambian.
Yeah.
A lot of people used to tell me that, like, this is nice, but you don't sound Zambian. Where are you from? I'm like, So eventually it started to bother me because as a Zambian, you want acceptance from your people.
Yes.
You know, and you want to identify with your people. So for a long time, I used to battle what sound I should make, what music, what should I do in my music, how am I sounding? So there was that identity crisis and that battle. So this album is sort of like a realization that I don't need to prove myself to anyone. I am Zambian in my heart and in my core. And if you hear the music, you will hear that I am Zambian. And one of the things I say in my intro is DOIs for the dreamers. And what that means for me is someone who's looking beyond what their environment is limiting them to do. I believe we can compete internationally. Our music can stand outside Zambia, outside this continent, and that is what we are aiming for. So that is what we are pushing. But when you listen to the music, you hear that I'm Zambian. So I am declaring that I am here. I'm not asking anymore. That's what this album is.
Yeah, interesting. But talking of you being here, the first thing I noticed was your outfit.
Yeah.
It also said, I am here. Tell me about the inspiration. How much are you into fashion?
Funny story. If you have been a chef Aranda's Nine, I was a backup dancer. There was one time, Dark Knight, one of the people I was with Krim Dola, used to backup dance for Shefi. So I think funny story is I used to be a stylist. So me and a friend of mine, I think, styled one of the early PR girls, Lusaka July's. We did some styling there, one of the early ones when they were just launching. So I have always loved fashion and clothing. Kylie, I'm an artist, I'm a creative. So as a yo body,
Yeah.
So I've always had that interest. So clothing for me is an expression of how I feel, how I feel at the time, and what it is I want to express. So this is just a cowboy. I felt like the rodeo, and I put something on.
Yeah.
And, some of these things I just broke away, and I had a vision, like, I want this to look this way, and it looks this way. So let me cut off the hands. I cut off the hands. I cut off the collar, and I put it on.
Interesting. Now, that's no, dress how you want to be addressed. Do you believe in that also as a stylist?
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, it's the world we live in. Or fortunately, however you're gonna take it. If you're wearing a suit, that's why lawyers need to wear a suit, because there's a certain stature they put them with how they appear.
Yeah.
So, of course, when I want to address corporate, I have a certain direction I want to go. But of course, you will still see the creative in the way we put clothes together in design, in the music. So, unfortunately, yes, you have to fit in whatever environment or room you're in.
Yeah, but why isn't a stylist part of the things you do on your Facebook bio?
We took it down because we'll be styling ourselves. We won't be doing it for other people. We started off as trying to do it for other people, but then we just said, let's concentrate on taking our brand further. And we do that through the music, through the acting, through the writing, through the videography, and through the storytelling.
Let's talk about how that's all working out for you.
Yeah.
How is it all working out? Do you see combining everything till I don't know when, or you're seeing yourself cut out certain things and just stick to maybe if you say rapping or sticking to acting?
I think what will happen is getting a bigger team to manage whatever it is we have envisioned. So I think, yes, we'll lay back on certain roles and we'll let other people in the team take up those roles. But I think altogether the story will still be told the same. You will still see the same products. And how it's been for me is it's been up and down. Like one of the things I experienced was Chef 187. This was one of the features. How we did it, I have to tell this story because it was Steve, a close friend of mine. I respect that man. Steve, aka So Sick, you all know him here. He's the one that surprised me on the show, on the breakfast show on Sun FM. He called Sheffy. He says, yo, this kid wants you on a song, and what are you going to do about it? So Sheffy said, I'm down, pull up. So he calls me on radio. He says, yeah, I like the music, come to Lusaka. I went to Lusaka. He picked me up himself. He took me to his place. We recorded that verse at his house, in his home, and we just had conversation about the game. So, but also I've had other experiences where some artists just give you a cold shoulder and they don't want to, they're acting, it's like, I'm an upcoming artist. I am here to try to make this better. I'm trying. And you, as someone who's gone before me, I think I'm not saying I'm obligated, but I think that is one of the reasons why we are still lagging behind. Because there's not a lot of people who are deliberately doing things. I'll give an example. Kylie, all of these things I believe ni shtafi. Everyone has their time. So for example, JK, there was a time JK was the biggest thing ever, and that was his time, right? And at his time, he had certain incentives. So let's say JK, JK said, okay, at this time where I am the biggest thing in this country, my role or what I'll aim to do is just make sure that I connect Zambians to the biggest radio stations in the UK. That's just my role. I'll get all the numbers, I'll get all the connections, so that when I'm gone, the next person who comes and blows up, he won't struggle with radio in the UK. You see what I'm saying? Then that guy comes in and says, okay, in an all the radios or all the TV stations in South Africa, I'll do this. This will just be my thing. So I feel like a lot of people, when it's their time, they're not thinking that insta ida pita, right? Yeah. And what am I going to do for the Zambian music industry when my time is gone? So Zangavati Archtika blower gone, but there's nothing. We're not moving forward as we should, So that's my experience. You have good experiences like Chef 187, good, and then some, I won't mention names, but it was just like, why are you acting like this? We're all just trying to make good music. So my experience has been good and bad, but overall, I'm thankful for the people that got on the album, that supported, and are saying, listen, this is a good sound, let's push it.
How do you deal with artists that give you cold shoulders?
It is what it is, right? So it's just like, all right, man. Like, I think J Cash said this the other day. He was saying, you never know what someone becomes. You know what I mean? That, I think a lot of people have experienced that with Yo Maps. Imagine all the cold shoulders Maps got, man. And now people are calling him for favors every single day. Yeah. So I think as a person, like I'm saying, when it's your time and you have privilege and you have that influence in your time, make sure you use it right to benefit yourself. But beyond that, look at the bigger picture. And I think when artists begin to do deliberate steps like that, collectively the Zambian industry would move forward.
Yeah, your album has interesting features.
Yes, sir.
Steve So Sick on some song as Chef 187.
Yes,
there's Toela, there's a number. There's James Sakala as well.
Yes,
that's a whole fusion of different tastes of music.
Yeah.
Tell me about a feature that surprised you.
A feature that surprised me.
Yeah.
A feature that surprised me would be Israel. I won't say Sheffy because I was in the same room with him, so it was surreal. You're like, wow, this is Sheffy. But Israel surprised me because, one, I think he was one of my father's favorite artists. My dad, Israel, Zambian music.
Yeah.
So when we sent him the song, if you listen to the song, the story I'm telling and the story Israel, the verse he sent me back is sort of like a conclusion to what I was saying. And he didn't hear my verse. So I was surprised how he was able to finish the story without hearing my verse. And he was away. We're not in the same studio. So, and that just being like a full circle moment for me where this is one of my father's favorite artists. I'm working with him. And then he tells the story and we're in different places and it concludes the whole, So that feature surprised me. But of course, James Sakala delivered. Toela came through. Toela Kaira, shout outs to her. Shout outs to Chef 187. Shout outs to Tilo. And we have some Congolese, Sam Crow and Stoji from Congo. They did a mad verse on the song I'm with Tilo. Yeah.
How we okay, I have a lot of questions about the features that you did on this particular album.
Yeah.
But are you going to tell us a story of any of the features and who you think how you met was quite interesting?
How we met was quite interesting.
Maybe you met at a place you didn't expect to meet them, or maybe they responded in a way you didn't expect them to respond. Already you've shared how Israel was a surprise feature for you, but let's talk of just you communicating to one of your features for the first time and how it felt. The one that you think, okay, this particular feature, how we met, I didn't see us getting this far.
I think it ties me back to Sheffy. I met Sheffy over the radio.
Yeah.
You know, so that was a surreal moment because Steve didn't tell me. He just told me, "Alumwaji, it's a studio, it's a radio, we have a show." So I'm like, "Okay, nice." So then on the show, mid-show, he says, "We have someone we want you to talk to." Okay, he didn't say Chikarich, but he said, "Yo." So I said, "Sheffy, what? That's crazy." So the interaction. Then he says, "Okay, how do you want to do this?" Me, I said, "I want to come to Lusaka." He said, "Hey, pull up, man." So even how I met him, he says, I was by Manda Hill. He says, "Okay, need I'm in this car." And he got me, what's happening? He drove me to his place. So all of that was just a full circle moment for me, man. For someone like him to bring himself down to an upcoming artist and give him game, give him a verse. I didn't even pay for that verse, but it was just something to put on, you know. That is the one I can tell.
But Casey, I remember we met at an event,
Yes, sir.
and you were telling me you were building up to the launch of your album, and you told me you were randomly calling this big artist to feature on your album, and one of the artists that you really wanted to be on the album is Sampa the Great.
Yeah.
Is she one of those you're saying gave you cold shoulder?
Sampa didn't give me a cold shoulder. I couldn't just reach her. I think she's done, Kylie, we all know that she's one of the people that are representing Zambia internationally.
Yeah.
So she's done a good job with her team. So I couldn't break through to her team, you know, and I think they do things very strategically. But you see, my problem, it's not a problem, it's when I say something and I say it in good faith and with a genuine heart, and I'm not saying that like a prophet or no, so I know I'm going to work with Sampa. It's just when and time. And I still have a couple of songs I'll do with her. So, which is crazy because my cousin, when I traveled to Botswana, my cousin was helping her sister with her wedding. So I was like almost getting into contact with Sampa. It just didn't work. And one of the people that's on the album, Amo Beats, who is a Grammy-nominated producer actually. He worked with Coco Jones. He produced Coco Jones' album, and that album got nominated. He is on the album. He also produced one of the songs, and he also sang on one of the songs. Also, him is close to Sampa. So I was just like one person away from Sampa, you know? But we had to go through the right channels, and the team, I couldn't. So it's not that she gave me a cold shoulder, I just couldn't reach her. But
what does a feature Casey the Dreamer and Sampa the Great look like? What message is in the song? What are we talking about?
We're talking... obviously, we're talking roots, we're talking bigger than life, we're talking international, we're talking sounds that are out of the box. We're not going to be boxed in that feature. We're going to do something crazy. Even the song I wanted her on, just imagine Sampa the Great and J Max on the same song, man, with me on it. Like crazy sounds, you know? So one of the things I really want to do, and if you hear the album, you clearly hear, is I want to introduce, obviously, the old sound, the Kalindula sound, but bring in a fusion of the new and what that would sound like. And also make it Zambian, but add an international feel to it. And that's what the album is about.
Interesting.
Yes, sir.
Well, viewers, you're watching What's Popping on Duna Lifestyle TV, and I'm your good buddy Semue. I'm chatting with Casey the Dreamer. We are talking everything entertainment, his journey so far, and his brand new album, I Am Here. Make sure that you stream it on all the social media platforms. It's on all social streaming platforms, right?
It's out everywhere. YouTube, Boomplay, Spotify, iTunes, every single... wherever you watch, Boomplay na YouTube.
Yeah.
So, you can get it.
So you have no excuse not to stream his album, and we're going to short break. On the other side, we continue with the conversation. Welcome back to What's Popping on Duna Lifestyle TV. I'm your good buddy and chilling with Casey the Dreamer. Monumento afiloto.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, before we went on a break, you shared quite a number of insights regarding the album. But now let's play a little game. It's called Pop or Drop.
Pop or drop.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you love it, you like it, something you can do, just say pop.
Okay.
If it's the opposite, just say drop.
Drop, okay.
Yeah. So the first thing is recording at 3 a.m. because you're scared you might lose the idea.
Pop.
You do that? That has happened to you before?
Yeah, most of the songs on the album were like takes, like some of them had a little bit of, it wasn't the right vocal, but I couldn't let it go because the feeling when you are recording, when that idea came, there's a certain feeling when you do that first take and that first idea. That is just, it's the one, man. So if I have an idea and I have a tune and I have something going on, I'm going to put it out, record it.
Okay, the next one is always playing a role of lover boy in movies.
Go back of bad boy. So I'll drop that. I want people to think I'm diverse.
Yeah.
So go back of lover boy. I go break my hearts. But
Yeah.
don't break hearts, guys.
Can people confirm if we were to get a list of your ex-girlfriends?
Yeah.
Can they confirm that?
Yeah. I think we've ended on good terms, mutual terms, and we're good friends now. I always try to make friends with them, but they just like, nah, we can't be friends, bro. But we're cool, but we can't be friends.
Maybe because they're scared, they might fall back.
They might say, no, let's do it again. Babe and I were cheating. Yeah.
Okay, doing Chef 187 calling you right now to do another collabo.
Yeah, I'll jump on that.
No second
Pop it.
thoughts.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't second guess it, especially for what he did for me.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a chihuahua V6.
But what are you thinking of Zambian music industry at the moment? We are seeing Zam. Are you a member of Zam, by the way?
I'm planning on, like, this month actually is one of my, because I write things down. I'm an old head, so I write things down. So I've written down one of the things I need to do by this month is join Zam.
But there's some controversy running around social media where Drifter Trek is saying they've turned musicians into a football team. And they're like, what's your take on that? Do you think musicians playing football is a good idea, or it's something that might work against the industry?
I mean, it's a good idea for fun and recreation, but what you asked me what I think about the game, or what I think about the Zambian. I think we are too scattered. We're not focused on one thing, you know? And if we were to just focus on one thing collectively, I think we would move forward. But don't have you all over the place. It's just like Zambian social media.
Yeah.
It's like popping, everyone's attention is there. It's popping, everyone's attention is there. We're all over the place, you know?
Yeah.
And I might get backlash for that, but it's teaching, guys. Let's focus on one thing.
Yeah, and do you think what's happening with Zam is a good
it's
way?
like a good initiative to get people talking and what's happening after that? Unless we're saying, if they asked me, I would say, okay, these, maybe they're even doing it, but I ain't ama games, but it there. Let's say it's a fundraising. Let's say they say, we're going to do games, get all the big artists, and then we're going to fundraise. We'll sell these tickets, and then the money we raise, let's say we push that money into, who's the biggest? Let's say Yomaps. Let's push that money and push Yomaps on a Africa tour, right? Let's take Maps to South Africa. Let's take him to Nigeria. Let's just make sure we push him everywhere, because the reason why Nasty C South African artists are big is because, well, at the time they had Channel O, now we're Trace, and at that time we were all watching that. They had visibility. Nigeria, if you're planting seeds abroad and shan, that's why. But visibility. So if we were to say, I'm a game, we're raising funds, we'll raise these funds and we will put them into, let's say, a big artist and an upcoming artist, and we push them in Africa and make them visible in Africa. Right? The next thing they do, okay, we're doing this game or we're doing whatever, but we're fundraising to get that money and put it behind this guy and take him to the UK. And make sure we just do like a radio tour, UK. You know? Yeah. So, like, if those are the thoughts we're having, I think it's good. But right now, it just looks like it's recreation. It's fun, it's games, but then it pops a bit and then it dies out. And then what's happening?
Yeah. Talking of picking someone to push, the likes of Yomaps, Shidawan, already big names in the country. Amongst the young cats, who do you think this guy deserves to be pushed? Like this guy, people are not paying attention to this one.
Among the young cats.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because Mozambique, there's like, I genuinely met some people in Lusaka and even here in the Copper Belt. I was like, what? What? This is what we have, and unfortunately, some of this won't be accepted. But let me be honest and say, I think Zambians are going to a place where they're accepting just music. Akale, you have to rap in Chibe Mbana,
Yeah.
Chinyanja, Shani. But now people like The Fake are popping off, you know. Zambians are getting to a place where they're accepting music, even though it's not our things we are used to, you know. So I think 76 can be way bigger than he is, like outside the country.
Yeah, 76 drums.
76 drums. The Fake could be way bigger. There's this, what's her name? Chipego, but I think she's in South Africa or something. But there's also this cat called Casey the Dreamer. I think that guy could be the biggest thing ever, man. Like, that's guy, they need to push that guy. Yeah, somebody push that guy.
Yeah, Casey really needs to go on international stages, and we are going right behind you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That means a lot.
You know, right now, as you were saying that, I just randomly thought of how can a Y celeb Casey the Dreamer collaborate?
But like, I'm actually pushing that such sounds. Like,
Yeah.
I want to give you guys something different, but put people like Y celeb, put people like Drifter, put all these people on sounds that they normally wouldn't be on. But you'll be like, wow, this is crazy. We can push this outside.
I'm excited for that. What else should I be excited for from you this year and beyond?
Be excited. First of all, we just dropped the album. So our A1 is to promote the album. We're doing a tour, a radio tour, a radio and TV tour. We've kick-started it off. We're doing more places. We are doing more videos. Look out for videos. Look out for this visuals for the album. Look out for the album launch. So we're hoping the album launch would be around end of April, May, somewhere there. We could launch the album. We're hoping we can have it here in Ndola. Then we also have a launch in Lusaka. So look out to see me more, to be visible. People need to see what's happening. They need to hear the music, and they need to get on board with the brand.
Get on board with the brand, and thank you so much for coming through to What's Popping, man.
Thank you for having me. It's been a good time, good conversation. I must say, excellent setup, excellent equipment. This is what Zambians needs to be doing. Excellence. That's how we progress.
Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you, sir.
I know you said you stopped styling people, but I look forward to being styled by you because I would love to do these,
Yes,
and I'm
sir.
sure people will see it as we share the pictures on socials, and that's why you need to make sure that you get to interact with us on our social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram, Luna Lifestyle TV, and add the ZM to Luna Lifestyle TV. Then you go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and turn on that notification button. I have been yours truly, your good buddy, always keeping you in the loop of what's happening around entertainment in Zambia and beyond. Talking of everything, acting, music, and a number of things. The Oscars are yet to happen this weekend. Looking forward to that as well, and more that is happening in the entertainment circles. Tuning again next week as we dive into more of what's popping. You never know, it might be another sit down, or it might be me giving you just on what's happening as far as social media trends and everything else, social media gossip, and the battles that are happening as far as entertainment is concerned. Until next time, keep on popping.